right.
All right.
Here we go.
What's going on, Vetpreneurs? Welcome to Vetpreneur Tribe, the world's largest community of military veteran entrepreneurs to ever exist in history. We've been able to accomplish this in less than a year. Less than a year. July 2nd is our 1 year anniversary. So if you're watching this after July 2nd, it's now officially been over a year. But we wanted to jump in and explain more about what Vetpreneur Tribe is, what you can expect here, the rules to follow, and we want to kind of give some definition of what you should be doing here if this is the right place for you. And we also want to filter out those of you that this might not be the right fit for you. So we're going to explain more about that. But first, we're going to talk about the 5 things that Cortez, Omari, and myself really focus on teaching you to help you grow your business.
Yeah, there is 5, right? So we were talking and we were discussing, like, what do we do, right? What do we do? We've done a lot of stuff for clients. We've done a lot of stuff for our own businesses, but what are we doing for the tribe? Where do we focus on? Where does our knowledge, experience, technical know-how, where's our technical know-how lend well to what you need, right? So I'm just going to break down these 5 things so that you understand what's really going on here. So in growing a business, right? We're talking about building and growing a business, and that's what this place is all about. You know, hopefully you came here because you wanted to not only connect with other veteran entrepreneurs, but grow your business. That kind of makes sense to me, right? So let's talk about the 5 things. So thing number 1, if I can get this to work. So thing number 1 is going to be lead generation, right? So if you're in business and you want to make sales, before you make sales, you must generate leads. People that are interested in you, aware of you, and want to learn more about you, right? So as a marketer, my definition of a lead is at least one piece of information that you can follow up with them, right? One piece of information, which the easiest one to get is an email, right? I have 3 levels of contact information I talk about, but that's neither here nor there. Just understand that lead generation is just one thing. Andrew?
And it's the most important thing in your business, right? If you don't have leads, you have nothing. You have to have leads that convert into customers and all that, which we're going to get into here in a minute. But you need to understand that without lead generation, without actively having something to capture leads, a lot of you are just selling a product. You're just selling one product or a service. You're not capturing leads to sell to later on. You're just running a Facebook ad to a sales page that says, hey, buy my shit.
Yeah. That's
not going to work. You got to have the leads. You got to have a way to follow up with them, which is what Omari's talking about.
Yeah, no doubt. So number two is new customers, right? So acquiring new customers. So now you generated some leads. Now you need to turn those leads into customers. If you're in business and you're not doing sales, you're really not in business. So getting new customers, right, it's kind of the lifeblood of your business. So I was always taught that you want to have a consistent flow of new customers because that's what provides stability to your business, right? So new customers will provide stability to your business, not necessarily profit, right? The new customer acquisition is your highest cost expense when you get in this thing, right? So it's going to cost you more money to acquire a customer than anything else. But we have, some other strategies to help you profit in your business. It's different, right? So just understand that acquiring new customers is a thing and is very important.
And on top of that, he's talking about marketing and how it's gonna cost you money to acquire new customers. It's also gonna cost you time, effort, and energy, right? I'm talking about building an audience. That's what I talk about all the time. How do you bring in this new audience, these leads, these customers? They got to get to know you, right? They need to know more about you, who you are, what you stand for, the content that you're delivering, what you're offering, the solution of what you're offering, and how that's going to solve a problem for them. So your new customers, these are the ones that you're having to build those rapport with, build that relationship with. And again, a lot of you focus on your current customers, which is great, but current customers aren't going to help you grow. In order to hit that massive increase, that incline, that upward facing arrow on that chart, you got to have those new customers and consistent new customers, not just random ones, consistent new customers all the time.
Yeah. So next you have repeat customers, right? So once you acquire a customer and they buy, now you want them to buy more frequently, right? So I went on a rant earlier today in the car because a lot of people acquire a customer to make a sale, right? This is a big problem in small business across the board. I don't care if you're veteran or civilian, doesn't matter. Most small businesses get eaten up by the big guys and die. 95% of them die because all they're concerned with is getting a customer to make a sale, right? I want you to think in the reverse. What we're going to talk about is getting a sale or making a sale in order to get a customer, because a customer in that form, going that way, I make a sale to get a customer, I can sell to that customer more frequently, right? Also, where Andrew really shines in repeat customers is
the continuity, right?
There you go.
The continuity. If you don't have what continuity is it's recurring in revenue. It's consistent paychecks every week. It's kind of like being an employee. You've got that stable 2-week paycheck every 2 weeks coming in. You don't have to be an employee to have that, but you have to be a solid entrepreneur. You got to be a solid business owner. You need to have recurring revenue streams, and not just one, not just two. I'm talking about 3, 4, 5 different recurring revenue streams coming into your business every month, so you're not putting all your eggs into one basket, one product, one service.
Yeah.
If you're only selling one thing, you are risking the life of your business, the financial life of your family, and it's not worth it. So continuity is extremely important here in repeat customers.
Yeah, no doubt. So next, we have cash flow, right? So you want good cash flow, and having, a steady stream of new customers, having repeat customers helps, having continuity helps, creating partnerships, when Cortez jumps in and starts talking about partnerships, right? All that stuff is going to help increase cash flow because you just have more money coming in. Now, cash flow is just straight what's coming in and what's going out. So we not only have to look at the what's coming in part, we got to look at streamlining what's going out so we're not wasting money, right? So we look at how can we systems and processes, building a team so we can lower the amount of cost of time, effort, and energy on your part, right? So you can have this, good cash flow going in.
And a big thing that I see that most people miss in the cash flow spot is they think, let me just do everything myself so I can save more money. You're actually costing your business more money because you're not focusing on the parts of the business that you should be focusing on, because you're trying to be everyone and everything inside of your business. You're writing the emails, you're setting up your marketing campaigns, you're building your funnels, you're creating your logos, you're building your websites. You're doing way too much. You're not doing what you actually need to do to grow your business. So while some of that cash flow coming in has to go out to a team, and you see that as loss, it's not a loss, it's an investment. And when you invest it properly in the right team members in the right places, the right service providers, you're actually going to make more money by spending a little bit more money.
Yeah, no doubt. And then 5 is getting higher, or make it simpler, increase customer lifetime value. So increasing customers' lifetime value. So most small businesses, like I said, they make they get a customer, or they make a sale, and then they get a customer, right? Did I say that right?
Yep.
No, it's the other way around. They get a customer, and then they try to make a sale, right? That's what most businesses do. Get a customer so I can make a sale, right? Well, let's say for every person that comes through your business, they spend $10, right? So, and let's say that customer spends $10 once a year. So their lifetime value is $10. So every prospect that walks around has a $10 stamp on their forehead, right? Now, if you want to increase cash flow, if you want to grow your business, one of the things that you can do is you can increase your current customer lifetime value. Mm-hmm. So if you have customers already that spent $10 with you, well, maybe you can create a new offer that gets them to spend $20. Or you can add an upsell at the point of sale, right? That's what makes upsells so great, is they occur at the point of sale. And in that way, it immediately increases the customer lifetime value. So things like upsells, cross sales, offering affiliate offers, stuff like that, all that is what helps generate profit in your business. So if you look at new customers, right? that provides stability. It's the back end offers that actually create profit, because once you cover the cost of a customer, then the rest of that is money in your pocket, right? So increasing lifetime customer, you can do that by creating new offers. You can definitely do that with partnerships. So let's say, Andrew, let's say I'm a mechanic, right? But Andrew, he has a detailing shop, right? So now I make a deal with Andrew. We split the profits 50-50. So now my customer, they're already worth a certain amount if they come in for an oil change, right? But if they go to Andrew for detailing, now I may get $50 out of that deal. So instead of them paying $30, now I add that on, it's $50, and I'm only doing half the work, right? So I've instantly increased the lifetime value of my customer, right, by leveraging a partnership with Andrew. So Cortez will talk more about that.
Hey, what's good, tribe? My name is Cortez Riggs. I am the face, I should say, behind the Military Influencer Conference. Andrew and Omari just reached out to me a few minutes ago and asked me to create a very simple video that talks about strategic partnerships. Now, when I look at the tribe, I see a lot of people in various stages of ideation. You're trying to take this idea and build something from it. Or I see small business owners who already have the foundation established. But of course, we are all concerned about growth. We want to increase our bottom line and make sure that our revenue goals are met. So let's talk about strategic partnerships. When I look at a strategic partnership, it's a factor for growth and success, and it can be a win-win for all involved. See, I recognize that I need partners in order to provide me a wide variety of things. That could be capital and resources. That's giving my brand more exposure, helping me tap into a market that I can't touch personally, helping me to find additional work or sponsors, and by offering or white labeling services that I don't have internally. So when I look at the term partnership, I revert back to what the military taught me, and I think of teams, because together everyone achieves more. There is no I in team, and there's no room for individuals in the military. All of us served in some way, shape, or form, and I'm sure, just like me, when you stepped off that bus in basic training, you were assigned a battle buddy of someone more or less to keep an eye on you, and this person went everywhere with you. See, that's something that stuck with me, that as an individual, I'd fail in the ranks of the military. But as I've climbed the ranks, I recognize that I have been provided phenomenal partnerships and alignments with people of like minds, identities, and goals. And I've been able to leverage those relationships to do some fantastic things while serving. Well, guess what? That doesn't matter anymore besides the education that I was provided while serving. Now I'm retired happily and I'm on my own. But that stuff still sticks with me. In order to be successful in the civilian marketplace as a business owner, I have to find like-minded people, like-minded relationships that I can leverage to grow my brand. So when we look at joint ops, we have a strategic partnership between Andrew, Omari, and myself, and we are working to leverage the knowledge that we all individually have up here to benefit you and the tribe. So stay tuned, keep an eye on us and what we're doing, and if there's anything that I can do to help you, if you have questions, even though I'm not the most socially active person, feel free to reach out, and I'll do what I can to bring you inside of my little wheelhouse and offer support from a distance. Thank you.
But partnerships, that's why we have partnerships in this thing, is because, dude, there's so much money that can be made in your business by just making the right relationships.
So much money and no work.
And no work.
And no work, because if you were a mechanic and you partnered with me as a detail shop and you sold my detail service to your customers, that takes no work besides a quick little, hey, do you want your car washed?
Yep.
That's it. And you don't wash the cars.
Nope.
I do. And so that's, with customer lifetime value, he's talking about how you use that in different ways, right? And you may think, okay, if I have a $10 product, what matters if I add one more $10 product or get them to buy $10 more? You just doubled the lifetime value of one customer. Imagine that times 1,000, times 2,000, times 5,000, however many customers you have or potentially can have. And you always want the highest customer lifetime value that you can possibly create. And a lot of you are missing this in your business. You're just getting those 1, 2, 3 sales. You're not focusing on lifetime value, making as much money as you can off of one customer without nickeling and diming them and trying to get them to spend all their money in one place.
Yeah, of course, you're going to give them more value, but I bet you there's a number of people in here in the tribe that can double their business just by doubling the customer lifetime value.
Yep. Just
right.
One simple tweak.
Continuity does that very well. Right. So if you have people paying you recurring income every month, then continuity works super great. Right. But if you're a business like, let's say, gyms, let's say businesses that are in business because of recurring revenue, right? If you have a gym, if you have a martial arts school, you kind of do the monthly thing. Well, you can increase the lifetime value of your customer by adding other offers to it, right? So maybe you add in a nutrition program, or maybe you're selling products, right? Having a product side to your service business is great, because people can come in there and now you can make new offers. So now the person is already worth, let's say they're paying you $100 a month to come to your gym or whatever. So right now they're only worth $1,200 a month, right? But if you can get them to buy a starter kit, if you can get them to buy, supplements, if you can get them to buy apparel, right? Now you're taking them from $1,200, and maybe you can get them to spend $500 worth of products in a year. Now each member is worth $1,700. Right, and then you can do the math. 1,700 times 100,
17,000.
right?
Oh, no,
170,000.
Yeah,
I'm not good with
170,000.
numbers, right? $170,000, right? Just by thinking
offer.
that way, one offer, right? Adding one offer. So those are the 5 things,